What's going on, everybody? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we begin work here on the Denali. I got a new belt, there we go, upper rad hose for it. So 22753. That's supposed to go from there to there. So hopefully that is the issue, and that's what we're going to be replacing on today. We're going to see if that's the culprit. We're going to change that out. Hopefully it is. And we're going to put some fluid in here and make sure it doesn't leak all out right away. We'll see what happens, right? If it's got a leak, if it starts leaking from here, then we know we got to order one of these, and I can get one of these for 60 bucks overnighted to me. So that's awesome. I was just at Auto Electric today in the city picking up this belt, and the guys are absolutely amazing. If you're in the city, Regina area, and you don't know about Auto Electric, well, you're missing out. Anyways, to put this on, I couldn't really find any videos on YouTube to see, like, so what I'm going to do is I got to take this guy out here, this guy out here, and we'll just take this off, and it gives us access here without having to deal with all this shit. And then make sure none of these other hoses here are split, which I hope they're not. Then I just got my pipe wrench in the shop there. We'll grab on that one, and we'll change it. So I got new clamps as well. So stay tuned. We'll get this off of here right away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because that's all there is in the world. You know, the more crippled I get, the more I'm seeing otherwise cripples on the internet and share their knowledge of the ness, which is awesome. I took one famous cripple's advice the other night, and you know, I had myself one of those what are they called? Like those neutrals or nudes or whatever. Those fruit salad drinks. Oh, fuck, are they gross. Anyways, here's where we're at. I have to take everything out of here just so I could get to it. These clamps are attached to the hose. See that? Yeah, this one's a bitch. So you gotta like clamp them and wiggle it back and forth and pull. So that's always fun. But then we should be able to put the new one on with the new clamps I got and have no issues. I got my stepdad, I think, coming to give me a hand getting this bottom hose off, just because my shoulder is, as you guys know, I'm a cripple. So I got one good arm and another arm that's red all the time and in pain and numb and swelling up and just doing a lot of crazy shit, right? But that's, you know, as an awesome cripple would say, that's truck driving. Or in this case, working on LS motors. So you'll get that on these mediocre shit jobs. But let's see what else we can see in here. Well, intake gaskets are leaking, you can tell. So we'll be replacing on them here soon. Yeah, you can see down in there how it's dirty. Okay, see, it's not supposed to be like that. So, but we can clean all this up, not a problem. This is a good strong motor still. So I got all the things I need to disconnect the fuel lines and all that kind of shit. So all this evap stuff we can delete on. I've got, I think I've got the thing for this. Or for the other intake. I think it's for the other intake. But I can order one from my CT billet, not a problem, to do the block off. So, alright. Enough for the yammering. Let's see if we can get that hose off of there. That thing's a bitch. And I got the heavy duty vice grip clamper later 5000s. We'll see what they do. Alright, we are back. The new hose is on. I had my stepdad come and give me a hand quick. We fought to get this clip here off of the old hose. So we had to bang on. I cut the little piece that holds it on. We banged on with a hammer and the screwdrivers and stuff just to try to get it to slide down, pat down that way, so then we could pull the hose off and then put the new stuff on. So now, sorry folks, all that's left to do is top up the radiator, fill up the overflow, and see if anything leaks before we fire it up. But before I do all that, I got to put everything back together, and we'll also take a look at the hose sitting right there. But we'll do that here in a little bit. I'm waiting for the heaters to warm up in the shop because it's -14 with the wind chill. So gotta love end of November Like, it's not snowing yet, right? But it is flipping chilly. So, and speaking of that chilly weather, we got some merch coming out soon that will be perfect for the type of weather we're having. So stay tuned for that update soon here. I'm just waiting for my designer to get back to me. I've sent her a bunch of pictures and a bunch of stuff that we want to do. So we're going to see what we come up with. And then you guys will have your choice of some merch to order if you guys want to buy some. So anyways, let's get all this rigmarole back together and see, hopefully we fix this fucking thing. Alright, guys and gals. These are the tools that I used to remove that hose. Just in case people are wondering what tools I use. A bunch of flatheads, right? Hammers. Big Phillips, right? These guys, just a hex, 7mm hex. I think it's a 7. No, 8 mil hex for the clamps that I put on there and for the throttle body. And then this is for the air filter box screws. Sorry. And then all of this rest of the shit is to get this clamp off. Sorry folks, I'm having a little bit of acid reflux issues. So health is fucking awesome. Anyways, hose is on. Let's go fill up the radiator. Okay. Got the rad filled. And I went through. I burped the system a bit. What is that? What is that? Is that oil? Hope that's not oil. Anyways, burp the system. That way, got all the air as much as I could out of the hose and out of the upper rad part. Underneath, as you guys can see, we're not like pouring out or anything like that. There's like a couple of little drips that's just left over from before. So here, let me zoom out there. Just from when we were doing it, there's a little bit of drips, right? You'll get that. See, like that right there. So I'm not worried because I don't see where it would be leaking anywhere else, right? So, and if the hose had some coolant, yeah, it'll drip everywhere. Plus it was running out. It was quite a bit low, is what I'm going to say. Next, we're going to fill this up here. And we're going to see if anything leaks from anywhere. Hopefully not. As you guys can see, that looks pretty dry right now. So let's put some coolant in the overflow tank and see if it stays the same. Fingers crossed. Because I don't want to have to replace this because as I'm recording this video, there's snowflakes are flying. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, it's all back together. Let's see. Overflow tank is right there. Okay. I did notice it dripping here. It's a tiny, tiny bit. You can see it's wet. Let me zoom in. See how it's wet and there's that little driblet there? What I'm thinking it is, oops, sorry, whoa, shoot, we were fucking zoomed in like a million miles there. What I think it is I don't think it's a crack in this tank. If you look back here, see that hose? There's like an overflow hose right there, right? And see where it's located? I think it's just dripping because I put too much coolant in it. For real, I think that's what's happening. It's just dripping because I put too much coolant in it. Everything else here looks good and dry, looks good and fine. We do have some water and stuff down there on the belt and stuff. Oops, sorry. Just because of when we took it all apart. But now, all we have left to do is finish cleaning everything up here and fire it up and see if it starts leaking anywhere. So I sure hope it doesn't leak anywhere. I sure hope that this is it, and that we'll be able to make her to next summer when I can drive the Tahoe and we can clean all of this up, all of this degreaser. I'm going to spray this all with the super clean and just spray the shit out of it. We're going to clean this motor up, make it look brand new as much as we can. We're going to different valve covers are going on it, or maybe these ones just powder coated. So as you guys know, I want to do the purple ones on here. ICT billet brackets we'll put on as well, chrome. course, right? We'll do a cold air intake. I might make one. Yeah, I might make one of these guys. Just out of a tube and just cut this off. Just have a straight shot in, right? And then it's a cold air intake, but using the factory stuff. So we might do that. Kind of like what I did on the Tahoe. Comment down below. I'd love to hear it. I don't know what this is about. I really don't. So, yeah. But we got the alternator. Looks like it's going to be time to replace that soon, because it's starting to burn out. Other than that, we don't have anything left to do other than fire this thing up, make sure everything is good, and also we'll check the we'll take a look at the belt, or at the hose we took off. If you're wondering, that's the part number there, 22753 Gates belt. You can get them from Rock Auto or any hardware store, or any auto parts store. Again, I got mine from Auto Electric in Regina. Great guys, always have what you need. Noticing something, dudes. We have stainless braided brake lines, or braided stainless brake lines on this truck. Weird. And a bunch of red wires and red valve. I also noticed too we got the wires are red and they're a little bit thicker than stock. So yeah, we're gonna go over this in a future video about why I don't think this is stock. Well, the factory motor, I should say. But then you get stuff like that, and it makes you wonder. All right, factory hose clamps. Did they just reuse factory hoses? Was it swap done early in the truck's life? I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you guys inside, checking out the hose, and then we'll fire this thing up. Alrighty, let's take a gander at this, shall we? I didn't put the cock sleeve back on the new hose, just because they're a bitch to get off, but if you see there, this was a genuine GM part, so I'm guessing our issue is somewhere in here. Maybe in there, or there. So let's get the flashlight on and see if we can see anything. Oh, I see some cut lines in there. I don't know if you guys can too, right about there. Yeah, or it was just worn out and leaking real bad around the edge here. So maybe the clamp let go. Could have just probably got away with putting a better clamp on it and save on the belt, or save on the hose. But she needed it. Yeah, this is way stretched out. So she needed it. But there it is. It was a factory GM hose. So alright, let me go fire up the truck. I'm gonna go fire up the truck, and then I will meet you guys out under the hood with the flashlight peeping around. That way I'm not boring you guys with the procedure, right? The pulling the box and all that shit. Whew. Oh, I had a glass of water when I was in the house. Now I'm having indigestion. Gotta love it. So, oh, speaking of things you gotta love, it's a crisp, couple degrees in here. Nice. We'll see you guys out there. Alright everybody, let's see what happens. Turn the heater on. Full blast. I'll put it on defrost and the legs. There we go. We'll do that full blast. Sorry for the beep beeping. Nothing on the gauges. Let's go under here. Make sure nothing's leaking. I don't see anything leaking, folks. Sorry for the wind noise. Yeah, I don't see anything, maybe around the cap again, right? Maybe I do need a rad. But hose is fine. Water neck is good. I was wondering if it would leak around that water neck, but it looks like we're fine so far. thermostat hasn't opened yet either. So I'm gonna let it run for a couple minutes, guys, and we will be back with an update. If I fixed it, I'm gonna be so fucking stoked. Out back, looking at the exhaust, it's not bellowing big things of fucking white puff and smoke. So that in itself is good. You can smell it a bit, that it's burning some coolant. So I am thinking we got some intake gaskets leaking. So, but like I said, it is, it's cold out here, right? So, and that's hot exhaust. It's like a couple hundred degrees. So back on, let's check the dash again. Leave the box doing the box things. Temperature hasn't moved yet, which don't really expect it to yet. So we'll take a peek underneath. Nothing's pissing, nothing's leaking. Check this corner here. That drip has just moved down the fender liner a little bit. Other than that, I know what that is now, I'm pretty certain. So looking inside here, I can see the valve cover. You guys can too, like the head. You can look down at the AC pump. Looking at all the heater hoses and stuff, everything looks fine. So I think we may have gotten it, folks. This is looking a little low. Well, it's about where it was, because it probably leveled off with the hose. So, yeah. And again, everything's dry under here. Where it was dripping on the belt, it's all dry. This is all dry. Well, not leaking anymore. So I think we may have got a win, folks. I'll be back with a verdict soon. I just wanted to show you that it's not puffing. I just wanted to show you guys that it's not, it's exhausting. Right? It's exhausting. It's not puffing blue. It's not puffing white. It's exhausting. But it is wet. See that? There is some moisture in the pipe, but it hasn't ran in like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days this thing hasn't ran for. So that's pretty deadly. And you're wondering, it was only down really, I noticed, for 3 days. Noticed it was down Sunday. Living out in the country, you can't do nothing about it till Monday. So Sunday we were investigating. Monday we were ordering parts, waiting for them to show up. Today's Tuesday. Parts showed up and we got her fixed, I think. So, but I still want to take it and get it to go through a car wash and test to see how the touchless guys work compared to what we do on the driveway here. So, but I think, folks, we got it. I think we got it. So we'll be back, like I said, with an update right away. It's been a few minutes. She's still sitting here, idling, not leaking, nothing. Well, that we're concerned about, right now. Still at the line, not leaking from back there. So she's still, exhausting properly, right? Would it pass emissions? No, it wouldn't. But I would almost think that this is fixed, folks. Let me see what the temp gauge is at and turn the radio down, because I don't want to get copyright strikes for my Eminem music from back in the late 90s. And if you don't believe me, yeah, Guilty Conscience is playing right now. Anyways, as you guys can see on the temp gauge, she's up there, almost at 100. So, yeah, not leaking, everything is good. I would almost call this fixed, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? This is the first repair that we've had to do to the Denali. and thankfully it wasn't major, right? I've been worrying about that with, you know, the Gen 4 motor with AFM and DOD. I've been worried about the cam and lifters. I've been worried about the 4L Slippy E transmission that's in these things. You see what I'm getting at, right? You worry about that stuff, especially 250 plus thousand K. But this, ever since I saw it and checked it out the first time, I had a good feeling about it having insane bones, being an insanely good truck, or SUV. It's not a truck frame. And just needs general maintenance, some cleaning up, some new gaskets, new seals, and she'll be another 250,000 K. The cost of the belt, I apologize for the wind noise, was about 50 bucks, give or take. If you have an account, you're gonna get 10% off. So if you don't, you won't, right? So 56 without an account, 46 with an account. So that's what I say, about, you know, 50 bucks. So, and we got her fixed. Still not like leaking anywhere. Everything is fine. We're gravy. Let's go check the temp one more time. As I'm doing this, actually my mom is at the school with the little ones. It's parent-teacher interviews. I've been severely laid up with my shoulder and with my meds, and having to get this done. I asked if she would, you know, fill in for me this year, and she said she would, so I'm super grateful for that. But yeah, that's where I'll end her there, folks. 100, that's fine. I'll call that fixed. So that, now I'm going to probably take it for a drive. Maybe we'll see what happens. Not going to end the video yet. Okay, we'll be back in the morning to check the levels of the rad and the overflow tank to see if for some reason we have a leak overnight or something like that. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back it up quite a bit, and I'll show you guys why in a second here. But that'll be good. My camera will still pick it up. Yeah, that way, if it does leak anything, we'll see it. Okay. Oh, I fucked up. That was supposed to be this. Okay. If it does leak anything, we'll see it, because yeah, that's what it was doing, as you can see. So we're gonna leave it here overnight, and we will check it tomorrow morning, and we'll see if there's anything leaking. But I'm gonna call it fixed as we right now, folks. Knock on wood, but I think I got it. All right, one last little thing for the memory before it's time. Everything's all plugged in for the night because it's supposed to get really cold. Backed it up so that I can see here. I can make a mental note of what it looks like right now. You guys can see underneath there. There's nothing, right? We got nothing over here dripping, right? Oh, how do we do this properly? There we go. Nothing dripping. Maybe something there, but I'm not really worried. So we'll be back in the morning. Oops, sorry. We're really zoomed in. There we go. We'll be back in the morning to check to see if we fixed it or not. Stay tuned. Alrighty, everybody. It's the next day. I wanted to wait a bit. It was super foggy out today where you couldn't see anything. So I wanted to wait a little bit for you guys so you get a better view, but it's the next day. And there's nothing underneath it. Nothing dripping. Nothing like that. Underneath here, everything's good. You push the button, check the tank, and it's still exactly where it was. So, oh, I'll be right back. I think my kids are home. Okay, yeah, kids just got home, so I'll finish wrapping this up here. But yeah, everything looks good there. Nothing's leaking. So I'm going to take that as a win. Next video on this thing, we'll be replacing the fog lights. I ordered a set, and they should be here hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Depends on the weather. So, but that's there, folks. I think we fixed it. Oh, I'm so stoked. Victory is awesome, especially when it's like you guys can see how it is out, like it almost should be winter, but it isn't because it's the end of November. So you guys will be seeing this. Maybe I'll drop it for you guys tomorrow. We'll see. Or either that'll be the regular Tuesday. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, watching this video, fixing the Denali, the first repair on it, and it went well. So next video, we're going to do fog lights, get it ready for winter, stuff like that. So, and then we'll start figuring out what we're going to do with the Tahoe and what we're going to be doing when it comes to buying the parts. Just the seals and stuff for this aren't going to be much, so we might do that first, get it all out of the way, and then start working and focusing on the Tahoe, dump all the money into that. So, but until then, guys, take care of yourselves. Love you. God bless. Hope you're staying warm. Everyone's being good. Don't forget, if you hit that like button, it turns into a little wheel that does a burnout. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Anyways, love you guys. Take care. See you next video.